everyone, my name is Molly. I'm here with a whole new group of friends to do another addition to the Concord story called Tales of the Concord. And for those of you, I'm just so happy that you're here. My goodness, this is going to be a cool story. We're so excited to tell it for you. So, today is Ndaka, the 25th day of Kinatan, this turn of the wheel, 3213. Yesterday, a small group of elves, shipwrecked by giant treachery on the island of the Mergoblins, made their way back to their ship to search the wreckage for parts, schematics, and clues about their arrival. A month of sailing away from the island of Nilimananji, the Emeraldkin, Karis, Elin, Odyssey, and Kendall are heroes of the main story. We find the city of Estipena, or what remains of it. The three fangs of Estipena, the towers that celebrate the unique culture of each group in the city, are shrouded in smoke. The scramble to defend the city was scuttled before sails could even be raised. The guard that was capable fell back to the High Maw. A sapphire, emerald, and amethyst dragon burned through the city as a ripple in the weave from a central giant ship toppled the myriad arcane wards that protected your city for so long. With his back to the holy chamber of Kexla, the Jinn, the god of Estipena, where only the faithful dare tread, you see moss-worn Imstad, a cleric who once walked out onto a battlefield against a marauding army from the Northlands, and brought a barrage of meteors wreathed in radiant energy down upon their army, leaving all those unfaithful to Kexla dead on the battlefield. Imstad stands in front of you, ushering you down a hidden staircase in one of the ritual chambers. You linger for a minute, watching him handily dispatch storm giant after storm giant, until he pauses. A giantess with deep purple skin and a face of unimaginable terror. Wide-set black eyes peer down from a vertical jaw, and tentacles grow every direction out of her oblong head. She wields a scepter made of jade, ending in a skull from which tentacles emerge from every orifice. He shudders for a moment, and then fires a beam of radiant energy at the creature. He orders two lesser clerics to seal the door that he just ushered you down, sealing him in the chamber. They quickly move to start the ritual to do so. You see a tremendous movement in the weave as a cacophony of meteors blow holes in the roof of the high hall. The radiant energy from this explosion is truly blinding. After 10 or 15 seconds, the barrage ends, and the creature remains, undeterred. You see the cleric look back at the door to make a quick exit, fear flashing across his eyes, as he takes the shape of a powerful were-shark, using his strength to drive himself to the door. The creature emits a deep guttural laugh and trains the staff on the priest. This deep orange beam of energy draws the priest out of his lycanthrope form, a magic he mastered as a child. It then slows him down. As he grabs for his holy symbol, hoping to free himself, he recites the phrase to call Kexla's might to spare him from death. As he finishes the final phrase of the incantation, he is met with nothing. His last moment, his eyes reflect resolute terror. That look is the last thing you see before the door to the temple is completely sealed. Imstad, white and withered, eyes drained of all color, lifeless on the floor of the High Maw. You shift quickly through the tunnels as the jilted giantess flails around, knocking about rubble in the catacombs beneath the chambers. You go down and down and down, until you can no longer hear the battle above raging. Scouts are sent out to explore the connecting sewers. By the end of the second day, the giants have started pumping them full of poison gas in an attempt to flush you and the other survivors out. Talented and quick-thinking arcanists set up wind walls to protect the survivors from the encroaching gas. And yesterday, a member of the royal family was recovered from the Conheleva library. His arrival has brought hope of resistance, or at least escape. The catacombs are filled with survivors from all walks of life, 100 or 200 people, mostly common folk, sitting around rationing food, looking quietly to their clan's leadership for a plan to extricate them. You, the most able-bodied and capable-minded people that city can spare, are summoned before the respected members of Conheleva, the Royalists, and the Consortium of Convention. Could you please all introduce yourselves, your character, and what your character's been up to since you took to the catacombs underneath the High Hall? We'll start with Patch.
Alrighty. Howdy, I'm Patch. I use they, them pronouns. And today I will be playing the role of Harlow Doom. Harlow is a goblin, about 3'1", she, they pronouns. Fairly standard as far as, like, goblin goes, but no armor at all. Just, like, fully casual clothes and the pinkest hair you have ever seen. This did not come out of a bottle. She paid a wizard to do this. And, Harlow always wanted to be a civil engineer, so in the catacombs, I think mostly what she's doing is organizing, putting up breakpoints, trying to work on fortifications. Not that that's going to do any help if a giant comes down here, but maybe if they send anything small, we'll have some protection.
Love it. Wonderful. Ray.
All right. Hello. I'm Raylan. My pronouns are he, they, and I am playing Pike Mercer. He is a solidly built shifter, standing about 5'8", and he has tall black ears with white tips on the end of them. The insides are pink, and one of his ears are folded over. He has long black hair that's currently braided and pulled back into a bun. He has a black rabbit tail, and he has the same colored rabbit feet. He has one blue eye, and the other one is brown. He's dressed in a lot of blues, just like a standard tunic, a lot of furs of black and white. He doesn't wear shoes, but he is wearing pants. And then he has a bow that he keeps with a quiver on his back. And during the time in the catacombs, he's a merchant, so he's probably helping where he can to ration things out, and anything that he brought down, he's using to help wherever. And he's kind of keeping a careful eye about the way that things might be going.
Wonderful. We did just lose Trev, so as soon as they're back, I'll reintegrate them and we will continue on. Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I use any pronouns, and today I'll be playing Luar Coralin. She is a Vulpin, so a foxkin. On the shorter side, her fur is mostly snowy white. She's albino and has a touch of pink peach color on the tips of her ears, the tip of her tail, and around her muzzle. Her eyes are also a bright pink color. She would be dressed unusually stylishly, considering the situation. Although certainly with some practical shoes. She really loves to see beauty in everything. So in the catacombs, she would be using her magic to make things that are useful but also beautiful for people who need them, and just the basics, mending their clothes, making sure people have blankets and pillows to keep them comfortable while we wait.
All right, awesome. Very nice to meet you, Luar. Joey. You are muted.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Hi, my name is Joey. My pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Kita. Make it sound as bird-like as you want to when you say it. He is a middle-aged for a Corvum, crow, middle-aged, middle height. He's like 4'5", 4'6", crow man that has this like deep jet black feathers all over him. He's wearing very, very plain robes, and he has a large spell book in like nice leather straps that are around his hip. And he's just sort of been helping out and making sure that like any of like the youth that are in there are like kind of like not freaking out too much. He's casting some spells and trying to like brighten the mood down there. But usually, if he's off on his own, he's like trying to go through his books, or he has a stack of like scrolls and books that he's like going through and like thinking and trying to puzzle something out.
Awesome. Very nice to meet you. I can't help but hearing Kitaw and thinking Kitar.
Guitar.
All right.
No, that's his
and-
cousin. His cousin's guitar.
I love that. All right, and we are back. We have, and then next up is our friend Aurelia.
Hello, I'm Feyrin. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing Aurelia. I don't have a last name because that is my fatal flaw as a player. They are, and their pronouns are they, them, and they are a Triton death cleric, and they've been spending their time in the catacombs, and as a cleric, they're most likely helping say prayers with everybody and making sure people are calm, as well as reading this children's book that they managed to escape with and reading it to the children and keeping good vibes.
There's something terrifying. Are you a death cleric or a life cleric?
A death cleric.
There's something terrifying about a death cleric reading calming poems. It's just like what a death cleric would think is relaxing is so very different. Okay, and Trev.
Hi, yeah. My name's Trev. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing Fenric, a black dragonborn warden. Him. He is a very stocky, block-faced dragonborn with these 4 protruding horns that kind of shoot back and then some curl in the back. You see he has a very simple breastplate adorned in the Estipena colors, and one pauldron on the right side carrying 2 stocky swords and a shield, and he's probably patrolling a lot of the catacombs, kind of making sure every quadrant of it is as safe as possible. Anyone who looks scared, he will try to comfort, and if something goes awry, he's there as quick as possible to try to defend any station that he can.
Wonderful. So, you are all summoned. A runner comes and grabs you, and you are summoned to this small little sub-chamber of the catacombs under the High Maw. They have adapted the tomb of a king whose name is long lost to time into a bit of a war room. The smell of the traditional embalming chemicals of Estipena hang heavy in this room, as well as somehow the stalest pocket of air they seem to have encountered seems to also just really, you can taste it. It's just really wonderful. And on the adapted tome table, 3 leaders of your faction stand around a map of the city, which y'all can see on the screen. There is a wereshark. Their name is Prinjimva, Zhymva, of the Ukabetras family. A Prin of the royal family, a direct descendant of the current noble family. They are known like really well for facilitating dialogue between the different groups in Estipena, and even in their human form, they just have too many teeth, and they're just a little bit too sharp always, but otherwise very handsome, dark, and mustachioed. You also have Pinla Framsbru, who is of the Consortium of Convention, one of the leader of the Tinkerers Guild, who is revered for her battlefield prowess and her ability to create nearly anything with her tools. And the final one is Dragd, Fiar, and she's a prodigious Gerbine druid. She has these pink ears that have tears in them, and she's always seen walking around with this quarterstaff that has bones and teeth and different baubles jingling off the end of it. These senior leaders dismiss their folks, and the prince starts the conversation. We have witnessed tremendous tragedy here in our city. Recent reports from our scouts tell us that the giants have conjured or built a structure over the High Hall. They seem to be using Kexla's might to channel magic through the great towers, through the fangs. My eyes on the halls of convention show me that they are draining the magic, energy, and life force from our citizens one by one. Piles of desiccated husks litter the streets. Conheleva, Royalist, and Consortium alike. Those that die are being fed to the dragons. Those that survive are taken away. As we all have seen, the watery way of the weave is dammed at the moment. And you'll see Prin Jimva start to do the incantation, and those of you who are more adept with magic will recognize the animate object spell. And you'll see this little these pens on the table start to fly around, and then a little wave passes through the weave, and those of you who are in tune with magic feel it become disrupted, and the spell sputters. And then he throws a little bat fur into the air, and you see a couple flashes of an arcane eye before again the same wash of the weave sputters out, and the magic is done. And he hands the pen to a little teacup that he has walking around on their shoulder, and he says, at least we still have third ring magic. When the scouts rescued me, I was tracking down the source of this interruption, and they seem to have placed whatever it is in the great library of the Conheleva. And Pinla will add in, if we can restore access to our magic, I am sure that we can dismantle the machine on top of the High Hall. We need time to study it. We need you to make your way over to the library and deal with whatever is there. The people of this city are counting on you. And they turn to you. After Molly's talked for 45 minutes.
But hey, what a monologue, right?
We call it a monologue. So, they're asking you to do this. You have the sewers are your kind of way out, your exit. It has been flooded with poison gas. There's water deep enough, maybe about 5 or 10 feet of water to make your way through, but it's sewer water, so you're taking a risk. What would you like to do?
Do we know how far we have to go through the sewer / poison gas?
Yeah, so if you're looking at it, you are, if you're looking at the map here, the sewer goes from this kind of where the teeth of the maw are, past the embassy of Orados, and you'd know from the maps, and especially because you have Harlow with you, you'd know that there's a sewer outlet on the far side of the embassy of Orados. So you know that was one way out. There are also closer exits that would require you to spend less time and potentially not get swept into a river.
And those exits lead to land instead of water, I assume?
They would lead land, but you'd be on the wrong side of a river.
Do the tunnels go under the river or just spit us out into it?
They spit you out into it at the very end.
All right. Yeah, good to know it's such an easy path for us.
a lot of swimming. That
Well, there's.
I'm
a
not
whole
sure
bunch
I.
There are exits periodically throughout the city. And there, you know that there are two bridges: the bridge to the south, the bridge of the Unrepentant Hope, the one that connects kind of where the Maw is to the Unrepentant Hope. You know that to still be up, and you know the embassy, the bridge near the embassy of Zortea to also still be up.
And can you point out again where
Okay.
they want us to go right now as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is. The library is right here. Oh, come on. Right here.
Okay,
There
so
we
on
go.
the other side. Got it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just on the other
That
side.
would have been really helpful. This is 16 episodes into being a GM, and I almost know things.
Okay.
So, do we know how easy it? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, do we know how easy it is to swim across the river? I mean, we live here, so presumably that's
Yeah. You
known.
would think that for someone of average strength, it would be a little bit of a challenge to end up where you wanted to go. If you just want to survive it, it will be a decent challenge.
We could always pop out at the end there and then circle back up to the bridge, take the bridge across too.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I was thinking that, but maybe we go on the underside of the bridge.
What's the size scaling on this map? Is that already set up on the ruler?
No, sorry. The ruler is not scaled to anything.
No, it's all good.
So you have probably about a kilometer between you and the water, and like the open water.
I mean, if y'all have a way to do that, more power to you, but no way can I get through a kilometer of swimming with nothing to breathe but poison air.
I mean, I can cast water breathing.
Does water breathing purify out the waste products?
We're gonna say for the ability to breathe, yes. For the exposure to sewage,
Fenric's
you're gonna roll dice.
Fenric's gonna pipe up and just say, "Is that going to take with the state of incantations as we are now?"
If it's only disrupting higher level, yeah, probably. It's only as hard to cast as a fireball.
That's hard to cast. At least for me.
Oh, well, it's. I'm very sorry. No, well,
I've tried
It's
so
not-
hard to cast Fireball, I can't figure that thing out.
Oh, maybe I can show you later. I've got some journals on it. He pulls out a
Alright.
self-help for beginners magic guide. Puts it
Fireball
Fireball
for
for dummies.
Yeah.
It was elementary vocation for beginners.
Ah, okay.
That's totally different.
It just sounds nicer. No, it should. If it's only disrupting spells of 4th or higher, it should be fine.
How many of us can you take? Can you make breathe water? And also, do we become better at swimming?
No, I can get up to 10 people, and all it does is let you breathe underwater.
I'm not sure my fur can handle this amount of sewage and water.
All it might make me do is breathe while sinking as opposed to swim. Not bad at it, but current's a current.
Well,
I wonder
it's
if
kind of
we
sounding
could-
like we might need a surface route then.
Or we could build a boat.
We could take the sewers to the first exit and go from the city limits there.
That's what I was thinking. I might be
Or
able
we
to-
could build a boat.
Can you build a boat?
I, in fact, can build a boat, I think.
You think?
Oh, I mean, alright.
It sounds like we need to build a boat.
I know how to navigate a boat, but I do not know how to build one.
I'm
We
all
need the
for
boat
it.
Great,
first before
that's
I
good.
can use it.
I don't know how to navigate a boat, so
Yes.
at all.
So the idea is to store air underneath the boat to breathe.
So I was going to ask you, we could build a bubble boat, or we could build a boat with a bubble and a filter.
If we're not leaving immediately, I can just cast it with a
Get water
longer.
breathing going.
I can do it like just a ritual cast.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll start doing that while we figure out the rest of the plan. As just it lasts for 24 hours, so it doesn't.
Oh, nice.
All right. So you see this, your new feathered companions sit down in the tomb of this long lost king, and start to mumble phrases in Aquan, as he pans through his book. So, a boat. I love a boat. You would have some wood if you needed some wood. I
So
wouldn't
that's
say
what I'm,
you'd be able to like scrap together a canoe, but maybe you'd be able to like make a raft.
well, that's what I'm thinking is maybe we make a raft and then I put a magic dome on the raft because I don't think I could hold the whole boat, but I could maybe put a topper.
Okay.
So now I don't know how we're propelling the boat.
I know how to swim.
How-
I could push the
How
boat.
does your how does your dome work? Could somebody like have their head sticking into the dome and just have the legs out kicking?
I mean,
Go, Bubble Buddy swim lessons. Come on now.
Are
I
there
mean-
any other planks we could make an oar of some sort?
Yes. There are
I mean-
10-foot poles around too.
This is a silly question. How fast is the water in the pipes going? How fast is the water in the sewage going?
It starts. It's slow, but it starts picking up as you get towards the water's edge. As it gets
Okay.
closer and closer to the river, it gets faster and faster.
Well, if we like we build a boat and we get on it and we get it all the way down there, it'll pick up speed and we can probably just like cross the water at least a little bit of the way.
All right.
And we can oar the rest of the way.
the bubblehead idea is actually not a bad idea. We could build essentially like a raft that has a channel through the middle that our heads come up through, and then a bubble over it for air, and then just swim like that.
We just Flintstones.
I can't even say without laughing.
We just.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah. But it would be like a giant diver helmet for like 6 people.
No one skipped leg day, right? Am I right?
I don't think I've ever participated in leg day.
Keita just sort of gestures to his claws and his wings. It goes, I don't really swim that much.
Well,
Yeah.
you're also not that large. We could put you in the bubble maybe and have our best swimmers be the legs.
So
Okay.
So you're gonna make a raft that's just about as wide as the sewage river, right? Okay. And then you're gonna sculpt a dome over the top.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't need a dome because we can all breathe water. We can all breathe.
So
Breathe the
everybody
water.
hanging their
Well, the
heads
poison
off
gas.
the back. No. Everyone could just hang their heads off the back and just breathe the water as it goes forward.
Oh yeah, true. We don't. I mean, yeah, we just.
I debated playing an artificer. You know, this would have been great right now.
So yeah, we literally hang. We have a hole in the raft, right, and it's floating. We just can keep our head under it when we're going through the gas, and then when we get out, we can open it through, and we just trolley along.
Oh my god.
I
But what about those of us?
Just out of curiosity, the word strong swimmers was used with the plural S. Do we actually have more than one strong swimmer?
I sure can swim.
Okay, wait.
Doggy paddle, and that's about it.
I don't have.
Raise your hand if you can swim.
I mean,
Well.
narratively, yes, I don't technically have an in-game swim speed, but I'm also very strong, so I'm assuming I have some chance to swim.
Well, it's as easy
I'm
as kicking your legs.
Yeah, I just gotta kick my legs.
Fenric is just made of armor, so they're just kicking up off the bottom and pushing the raft and kicking up and pushing the raft.
I mean, I am 6 feet tall, so you said like 5 foot.
You just walk.
Yeah, you probably just
Oh,
stand
actually,
like,
Oh, yeah.
trudging us through the sludge.
all
That's
right.
not a bad idea. I mean, I actually think, though, we should probably give at least one person a dome so that we can see where we're going.
Oh, that's a good
I
idea.
think that's wise.
Because
Yeah.
generally, sewage water is not the most transparent.
Yes.
All right,
Perhaps
who
our
wants-
feathered
who's got-
friend.
Who gives good? Who's got good dome?
Oh no.
So Rachel, you want to give someone dome. So who do you want to give the dome to?
I think perhaps our feathered friend would be ideal to put in the dome because I don't think feathers and water go together.
All right.
I am happy to also sit in the dome and not be soaked in sewage water.
Yeah, you're not the only one. For all
I will make this sacrifice for the group.
Okay.
It just means
So-
that the next time that there's sewage water to be dunked under, we have to be the ones that do it.
Yeah.
That's fair, and it seems a likely occurrence in the future, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, it
Because
might-
how are we going to get back when we're done?
Walk.
That's a great question.
I'd rather walk.
It's an excellent question.
Well, hey, hopefully
Alright.
the bridge is intact and we can just, traipse across the bridge, maybe.
Listen, that sounds for a future us problem. We'll deal
Yeah,
with that.
that's.
Yeah.
We'll burn that
yeah.
bridge when we get to it.
And the heck with
We
those
really
guys.
need to know.
Right,
Maybe
not
I
burn
can
the
try to
bridge,
find out,
actually.
but
All right. So
I'm pretty sure our job is explicitly not to burn the bridge.
As long as we don't burn down the library.
So, I need someone to make a roll for building the raft.
all right, boat builder.
I will take survival, or I will take tools. I will take a boat builder's tools check.
Boat builder.
I can do a boat builder's tool check.
Cool.
I'm going to craft the boat building tools out of my mana. So all of the tools have this translucent quality with like lots of colors moving through them. But they seem to work, just like a hammer works.
Would I be able to aid using my proficiency with navigation tools to make sure that this is indeed a navigating boat?
Yes. So let's roll it with advantage. See what you got.
All right.
I did not expect a raft. Best laid plans of all GMs.
I got a nat 20.
This is the greatest thought ever.
Oh my goodness. So you get like so nice, like this the head hole for everyone to bury their face in sewage is just immaculate, and it's streamlined, so it's gonna be really easy for Fenric to push.
Excellent.
So you're gonna turn around and you're crafting a helmet for yourself.
So I was actually just going to put the dome over the boat.
Okay.
So it'll be,
Seal it against the water.
I mean, around the edge of the boat. Because if it seals against the water, like it could jostle with the boat. That would be weird. Like it's a physical object. It's not like a force field.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
So, right. So, I spend probably 10 minutes carefully crafting a dome over top our beautifully made boat with a door in it so that we can get into the dome. Yeah. It also has it's relatively transparent with some swirling colors through it. And if you tap on it, it has a strange sound, almost like wood. Like it doesn't ring like a bell or like glass, but it has a transparency to it, although it's not perfectly translucent. And it attaches all around the edge of the boat and has this little door in the side that we can all use to go into it. How big is our boat?
It's going to be about 10 feet across. 10 feet across, about 10 feet long.
Okay,
so you're all going to be like.
We're becoming
Friends.
close friends right about now.
Well, actually, no, because you have Aurelia doing the kickboard drill from.
Oh,
Susie.
yeah.
You have Fenric just walking along the bottom of the water, just clunk, and the other four, you're just gonna be laying comfortably on the boat, breathing sewage.
So, as Laura's crafting the dome, she starts looking really tired. Like this is very difficult for her. So she's going to make the front of the dome kind of stronger, but the back of the dome isn't going to be as strong as the rest of it because this is a very, very large piece of art for her to be creating. And she has to concentrate on it the whole time.
All right, cool. So you
swim carefully.
You get this behind the wind walls of the mages that are kind of have brought a couple bottles of everlasting air. You have ever smoking bottles. This is ever airing bottles. They prepare to cork them as you get this into the sewage slip, and you put this dome on top, and they will drop the wind wall for just a second to set you off through. Okay? So, you get out, things are going along. Who wants to make the survival check to see if you go the right direction? And also, where are you going? Real quick. Where are you headed towards? Are you headed out towards the river? Or are you trying to go up?
Well, I think we had said we were just looking for the first exit, but that seems almost a shame now that you put so much effort into building this boat.
Yeah, I thought we were going out by the bridge, on the lower bridge on the river.
Okay.
We probably can now.
Yeah, I say. Yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah.
All right. So so make a survival check for me.
Who wants to do that? I can do it.
I'm okay.
It would be anyone that's not Aurelia or Fenric.
Oh, then never
one of the
mind.
people up top.
The only ones who are good at
I'm just sitting here walking through dirty water. Okay.
Like,
Laura's eyes are basically closed. She's
I
really
can't.
focused on keeping the dome intact so we don't all
Yeah.
suffocate and die.
I would also take navigator's tools. I think that would be reasonable.
oh, then I
Just
definitely
have to ask if
shall.
cartography would work.
Yeah, because I have proficiency water vehicle.
That's oddly specific.
It is very
Yes.
specific.
Yeah, I guess is oddly specific.
And I don't even get it from them either. Ding. That's gonna be a. Let's see. I need to find my character sheet. There it is. That's going to be a 19.
Okay, cool. So smooth sailing. You find the current as the water. So you're kind of like watching the currents. Everyone who's breathing sewage, make a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
So is
Yay.
that?
Can't we just breathe the air that's in the dome?
Are you
Until we run
breathing
out?
the air in the dome? Is that what's gonna go on?
I mean, Laura's probably breathing the air in the
Until we
dome
run
until we
out,
run
I don't
out.
see a reason to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's sweet, sweet dome
We
air.
may have to go for the sewage, but better to avoid it if possible.
So Faye and Fenric, I'll take a Constitution saving throw from both of you.
Okay. At advantage?
Yes.
Perfect.
If they get sick, I'm going to feel so bad for them.
I got an 18.
Okay, hold on. We got a 14 on that for con saving throw.
Literally just saved. Beat it. That's fun. You would have gotten flesh rot. I would have loved that for you.
No, it's okay. If it was just gonna meet it, I could have fixed that.
So as you go along, you start to pick up speed as you know you're coming to the mouth of the river, and you see it coming up ahead. Any preparations you would like to make for the kind of drop off? You see that there's kind of like a 2 or 3 foot drop onto the river itself from where that outlet goes. You know, like pipe hanging out.
Fenric would, seeing this come up, pull his feet up so they're kind of like floating in the water. So basically, as the fall is coming, hopefully the feet will not just, smack into whatever is underneath when we actually land. So
Cool.
Do we want to run the line to those of you who are outside so you don't get like thrown off and separated when the drop happens? I've got plenty of
I
rope.
would love
not a
some
bad
rope,
idea.
actually.
Can I cast Wall of Water? It's 10. It says up to 30 feet long, 10 foot high, foot thick, whatever. Could I make like 2 small like ramps or whatever that the boat can go on so it doesn't drop? It just sort of like slides down.
Like a slip and
Oh
slide?
my god, it's like the
Yes.
Jurassic Park ride.
Yeah.
If you wanted it, you're gonna give me a 3rd level spell slot. I'll get you to the other side of the river.
Wait, can I use Wall of Water then, like that? Because it's a free slot for me.
Oh.
As a Triton.
Ooh.
We should turn this into a slip and slide. Put little ramps with Wall of Water as that book starts to cast.
All right, so you grip it and you rip it, and you see this as you're starting to come down this tunnel. You see Aurelia kind of face starting to turn green from the minutes of breathing stale air. Somehow this has become even more stale and more stinky than the air was in that embalmed tomb. You sort of rocket across the bay on this wall of water as as the water starts to pick up, and you see the blend of the sewage and the regular water just kind of whoosh, drive you straight across, and you it's a quarter-mile shot, and you're only just starting to lose a little bit of momentum by the time you hit the other side. And you're about 100, 200 feet off, looking up the bluff towards the Conheleva library. You don't need to make any checks to get up there.
As soon as we get there, I pop the bubble on the dome.
Okay. Like it's just
Then-
out.
There.
No, like as soon as we're across the river, because I feel like we're going kind of quickly across the river, so I'll keep it up for that because of all the spray and whatever. But as soon as we're like at the land, I'm like, pop. Sweet, sweet air.
I would say, Fenric, if we're like speeding through and we still got time, using the momentum as we land into the rest of the water, Fenric's like kicking his feet out again and just kicking as hard as he can to keep it moving with that momentum to just get us to land as fast as possible.
What time of day is it?
So, like, we've been on an adventure for maybe 15 minutes, and we've already built more stuff than I got to in the past month. I'm definitely looking you guys up again.
Please do it. I'll take any opportunity to work with others.
This has been interesting so far.
So is this in character you got to build more things, or out of character you got to build more things?
Oh, definitely in character. I don't think Harlow has a whole lot of time for engineering these days, what with the whole recruited into the army thing.
Oh, for Arlo. Alright, I'm getting there. I just have to... Sorry, this we're gonna cut
That's
here
okay.
because Molly forgot to build lighting walls, so you just saw the whole battle map. Not that I didn't just post it on Instagram earlier this week, but...
Oh.
gonna reset Fog of War here. Yep. Alright, cool. Can everybody see the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
I see a little sliver of our
A very small part of it.
character.
Yes.
Cool. Great.
Um,
So your characters are all like have customized art for each and every one of you. You can tell, so there's no way this is going to be confusing.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't know if there was a way for me to change the image. I couldn't figure it out to save my life.
I know who I am just by I think the border of the character icon is the color that you pick. So,
Whoa!
I know where mine
I mean,
is.
that helps.
That does help a lot, actually.
But
That actually does.
We'll put it in
Oh
post,
no, they're
right?
all becoming green for me.
Yeah, everybody else's
Well, but-
brazier should be orange.
What time
Or
of day
whatever
is it?
color.
Oh, I
You're at
see.
midday, so you're hoping that with kind of the rapidity of your motion, you did not draw. You might just have snuck underneath the eyes of watchful people. If you want to make a perception check to see if anyone's watching you, you can do so.
Oh, always.
I have
Say, is
one
that open
more
to anybody?
quick question.
Yeah,
Um, Do I know the layout of the library?
you do.
Okay.
I would like to take a moment to kind of look at each person and clock something that I feel like they'd always be carrying. So, like that big sewing needle, or the spell book for the wizard, or that fellow in lots of armor. And I'm just gonna remember it.
17 to see if anybody's watching us.
18.
So 17, 18. So you look around and sort of the three. So with an 18, you see that there are. You see only the sapphire dragon flying around, the sapphire worm floating around. You don't see the emerald or the amethyst dragon.
Okay.
And you will. Sorry, flip that. You see the amethyst. You do not see the sapphire. And you don't see, kind of from your position, you don't see anyone on the opposite shore that seems to have noticed you, and you see a patrol of giants just kind of arriving to the other side of the shore, from the Unrepentant Hope to sort of the High Maw, and they don't seem to be moving towards you. They seem to just be walking along. So you seem to have dodged whatever it might be. With an 18, you'll also hear a deep breathing and rumbling inside of the library. But as you look up at the windows, that this is hearth and home for Kitar. You see that the stained glass windows that were once punctuated this place and made it really something remarkable have been blown in, but there seems to be an abjuration magic holding the shards in place. And so there's
I wouldn't normally bring it up after such a good check, but I did also roll perception, and I got a nat 1 on that, if you want some sort of consequence.
Your eyes fall out.
Oh no!
You're now blind.
I'm not again.
I can make it not a nat one if you don't want your eyes to fall out.
Bean.
Bean.
Bring some McElroy energy to this podcast. Hello.
Why does this keep happening?
So that's what you find.
I look down at the eyes. Are those yours?
Would you like to?
I wouldn't know. I have no idea what you're looking at.
It's very insensitive to say.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're just gonna
So about a half kilometer down the coast, there is the far end of the bridge from where you originally departed. You have a little bit of shoreline.
Oop.
We're just gonna have to push on. We have a little bit of shoreline, and kind of that sits underneath the library, and you have this little path around to the front that you are all standing on. What would you like to do?
You mentioned that the windows being blown out. Is that high up from where we are currently?
It is about it's about 15 feet up. The library is an interesting thing because it's about 100. The ceilings are about 100 feet high, and there are gravity wells on either side that kind of flip you into an anti-gravity. So there's a study room on the top, and there's a study room on the bottom. That's kind of held in place with an anti-gravity magic. So it's about, it starts just about a quarter of the way up. So about 25 feet up.
And that, with the kind of ring of spells being disabled, that anti-gravity fields are still holding?
You have no idea at this point.
We don't know.
That's
Okay.
just a feature of the space.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So we have the path, or we could go straight up or around to the bridge.
Yeah.
Um,
I can make that on a good day. I don't know if
How-
today's a good day yet.
how, like, when you said that the stained glass is like blown out and then it's being held in place with some sort of magic, is there like gaps between the shards, or are they
Yeah,
like how big?
it's-
Could you like could I stick my arm in there?
you looking at it from the angle you're in, you're not sure. It seems opaque from the angle that you're at, but the shards, the space between the glass, like yeah, there's like looking or arm area in there.
Okay.
Like you know what it would look like on the inside, like you know you'd be looking up at like this side of the study hall and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But it seems to be opaque. There's sort of like a bluish abjuration energy protecting the window area.
We could just
Okay.
toss a rock at it and see if it does
If
anything.
you want to toss me up there, I could see what's up. Like,
Do we want to scout it out?
I mean, I think, the thing is, we're like exposed right here, so it only would take a dragon flying by to see us. I feel like we need to get under cover.
Yeah.
And as you look forward, there are most of the trees have been burned away. There are a few trees kind of in the rough around the base, just around the base. It's just really, I'm looking for my dang map. So there are a few trees, but most things are burned out. The foliage is burned off.
well, Qatar, this is your place, right? I mean, are there any back entrances, secret entrances, tunnels, anything? Access?
Well, that's a great question.
Yes, why not?
Yeah, sure. There definitely is. Do we want to go in the front or the back? Or do we want to climb?
I don't want to climb.
I also
You're
don't want
good
to climb,
climbing.
but it's
It
always
will
nice.
damage my claws.
That's cause for concern.
It's a very serious issue.
Be best to go in
No laughing matter.
through the back, potentially.
Okay.
If it's under more cover than the front, absolutely.
Yeah, which side would be under more cover?
So you could, if you were to move around along the shoreline to the other side of the building, it's sort of, there are other buildings over in that direction, and you could make your way, if you needed cover, like you saw patrol coming, you might be able to make your way towards a group of buildings. It's within like 30-40 feet.
Sure. Yeah. So there's a group of buildings back there. There's probably there's a back door somewhere over there. Do we want to look in the window? Does somebody want to climb up there, or do we want to just
I
walk?
don't mind if we would like a peek beforehand.
The rest of us could hide under the trees that are left.
All right. So
I'm for sure
who's
not
gonna
climb
who's
that, but
gonna
if someone
give
wants to
who
throw
a
me, by all
boost?
means.
Depending on the footing of the building, I was just gonna try to like give it the old razzle dazzle, kind of give a little hop and try to just hardcore it if need be.
Okay. I will allow this. Let's have whatever you're gonna try to roll for that. I'm very excited.
I was gonna go with acrobatics because it takes some good footing to have hardcore.
Okay, parkour. So you're
Yeah, I was
running
gonna
and you're
hardcore
try to
parkour.
wall run up the side.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
played
rabbit. What's
vanilla
the worst that could
World of
happen?
Warcraft. I remember wall
Yeah.
jumping. Let's see what happens.
Ooh. Okay. And I do know I have a good acrobatics, so. Oh, yeah. That is a 23.
You did a
Today's a good day, I've decided. I say before I run.
and you see Pike just starting to run up the side. And so what you'll get at the top, make a perception check at disadvantage, is you're doing your best to
Yeah, try to get a
look
little
in.
peek. Let's see. Okay, that's not awful. 14.
Okay. So let's see what you see. You are going to see you'll see like lightning crackling inside of the building, kind of like that when you touch. Oh my god, I'm so good with words. I'm such
It's like
a great
those things
GM.
in the back of Spencer's that do the little thing like that when you touch them, your fingers follow
You
it.
touch them and it follows
yeah.
your fingers. It's that, but it's spread
Yeah,
out
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
The other thing I was thinking of is the intro to Half-Life, where all the green lightning is cackling all over the place. So those are my two hot references, y'all. Let's keep it moving. And so you see that, and you hear like a deep rumbling. And if somebody is touching the wall, they'll feel the stones kind of shaking with a deep rumbling.
Is the building alive?
Yeah, I definitely share that information immediately.
Did you cause any additional damage to this precious windows?
Did I? No.
Did you walk real hard?
I'm so proud of you.
That was very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
He walked the line.
Oh, thank you.
So now you've just seen. All right, so you've just seen kind of Legolas here, right? So takes out his bow and just starts running along. Just kind of like has you all back basically into the water. Pushes you into the water and just starts
I need a little bit of
running,
space here.
and just step, and looks in. Lightning.
Yeah.
And then he falls back to earth, and you see this puff of dust.
My library.
A lot of lightning.
We gotta get in there.
Into lightning?
Good for books.
I'm assuming it's arcane in nature.
Does it normally do that?
Yeah, is that like a normal feature of the library?
No. We don't put lightning in the library.
Well, you never know. We're setting the mood or something.
Yeah, maybe trying to attract more people.
Remember-
Are you serious, guys?
We don't allow lightning in the library.
It's
We
too
discourage
loud.
lightning.
You gotta be quiet
Yeah.
and no lightning.
The
All right.
lightning's very loud, so they go wing and wing.
What if you just
As
go
an
in there
IRL
and shush it?
librarian, we're usually a lot chiller on the quiet these days. It's mostly just no lightning.
It's a magic library. We do things with gravity. You can have a little bit of lightning. You gotta, everything in
Good
order.
enough.
So you're over here now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You make your way over, and so you'll kind of see Kita will pop open this bit of this unsuspicious bit of grass, and we'll roll something for everybody. So everybody will make a Constitution saving throw against grass. No, and there will be a small kind of like hatch entryway. Storm cellar style, and you see on this storm cellar a magical ward with 3 rings. One is red. The largest ring is red. The middle ring is green, and the center ring is white.
Oh, just so you are aware, Molly, I cannot see the map.
Oh, let me make sure that you're on it.
No, I mean, I'm on it. I mean, it won't load properly. This has happened before, and I've refreshed it a couple of times, and it's not helping it, so.
Can you see this?
Oh, yes.
So it might just be about you're in a weird spot on your on the map. So once I get things back together, we will handle.
Yeah, if you try
so-
zooming out, there should be a couple lines, but most of it is just black right now. So if you're only seeing black, you might be just looking at a weird part of the map.
So
Yeah, you gotta go up on the page because you're on the the bottom right hand side of it. You gotta go like this way.
Yeah. I mean, I just see like a little strip.
yes,
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
we
that's
see.
all there is right now.
Oh. Okay.
So we're mostly theater of the mind right now. So
Okay. No, that's
you-
good. It's just it looks exactly like when I had the error before. Apologies.
no, you're great. Thank you for asking. So you have this drop door. There's a small entryway. Maybe it's about like 5 or 10 feet deep. And the stairway down, and there seems to be a ward placed on this door. It has 3 rings: red, green, white.
Huh.
What would you
That's
like
not usually supposed to be on.
This is not an alarm system that you recognize from your time there.
Start pulling out sheets of scrolls and books
You
and just
said
start
red,
reading through
green,
them.
and
White.
White. Red, green, white.
what color are the dragons in the sky?
Purple, blue,
Okay,
and amethyst, emerald, and
cool.
sapphire.
Had no.
It's at least one of the colors.
Yeah, I was just checking. Hmm.
Hmm.
In my walks about the city, have I ever seen anything like this?
As you're spending time looking at it, this is not something that seems to be from the city. This is something that seems to have been put on this door to prevent entrance or exit.
Gotcha.
I mean, how many rings are locked right now?
Sorry?
How many levels of magic are locked?
4th level and higher.
So there's only 3 left?
There are 3 levels of magic, yes, right now.
Yeah.
And 0 level.
Red, green, white.
Red, green, white.
Does it look like the ring would have more rings on on top of it? Does it look like there would be? Okay.
No. So make an investigation check or an arcana check. I will take one from each. Well, I will take one of each. Whoever wants to make the arcana check or the
I
investigation.
will
can
make
do
the-
Arcana, yeah. Or do you want to make it?
Yeah. Can I make the Arcana?
Absolutely.
I can
yes.
do investigation, but it's the same for me. You can choose whichever one if you have one that's.
Oh, okay, I'm better at Arcana.
Pretty solid at investigation, so I can hop in on that if that's okay.
Yep. Go right ahead.
Then if you want to do the Arcana, you can.
That
Roll me
runs out
a
at
die,
19
Joey.
Investigation.
I did.
What did he get?
Mod 20.
Mod 20.
Ooh.
All right,
Ooh.
wicked. So you will recognize that this seems it's not like active. It seems like these things need to be active in a sequence. It seems to be like latent. What did you get, Harlow?
That was a 19 investigation.
19 investigation. Yeah, and so you'll just sort of see you'll find carvings where energy there seems to be some kind of this material seems to be woven into the door that is able to receive and trap magic. And so you have one that's sort of tinted red, one that's sort of tinted green, one that's tinted white, and they seem to be heavily inlaid in the door, not like something you pull out.
Do I recognize this as a glyph of warding, or is this something different?
You would.
I have that
it's
spell-
Not a glyph of warding.
Okay. That's why I'm asking, because I can cast that.
Does it seem like a danger to us?
Nope.
Mm, as far as I
Just
can tell, it's
keeping
just
you
a
from going
lock,
where you
but it's
wanna
a lock that eats magic, so...
Is the door locked?
If you go to pull on it, you push on it, it doesn't move, and you sort of, your hands touch this abjuration magic. It's very similar to what Pike felt when they got very close to that window.
I can find magic. I can't really make it stop, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't make it stop either.
So, can we sort of, is there a sheen to this abjuration magic? Like, can we see it at all?
Yes.
So, if I back up and look up the building, does it go all the way over the building?
Tell me what you would like to do.
So, I just want to see if is it like coating the building or is it coating entrances and exits, like windows, doors, things like that?
Seems to be coating entrances and exits, from what you can tell.
So, like, if we made a hole, then there would be an entrance and exit that doesn't have the abjuration in front of it.
Yes?
I mean, I'm not one for putting holes in walls. I am more of a mender, but I don't know if anybody else is a put a hole through a wall type of person.
I would like to not put a hole into the library.
You put a hole through such a lovely wall.
Yeah.
We could fix it later. I mean, they already destroyed this precious stained glass building.
We'd just be adding a window into it.
It doesn't have to be an explosive hole in the wall. We could carefully cut a hole in the wall.
And if it is to continue our mission, I think it is imperative.
I mean, you work at the library. Can't you make sure that we don't cut a hole near something important?
Sure try. Molly, would I know a good spot in the wall outside to that if we were to? I don't know.
100%.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
you are... So, how are you going to excavate a hole in this wall?
Fenric's just gonna run full tilt at the wall. He's a big beefcake. He's gonna give it a go.
And attack the hole.
I love
it. What am I just rolling?
Whatever you're gonna do. However you're charging at this thing.
I just want to arm charge, with armor and all, just run right in and slam into this wall.
I hope it's outlined like.
Can we score the wall first so that it breaks where we want it to?
Can I at least put chalk at a place to aim to? aim at?
Do you want to draw a paint a hole in the side of the wall and just hope that it becomes magical?
How thick are the walls in the library?
They're about 7.5 feet thick.
Oh, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Does Fenric do it anyway?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah! Woo!
No, this is like a performance art piece that Fenric is doing.
Wise. Fenric is not intelligent.
So, as this happens, Fenric slams into the wall. You hear a howl in the distance, and in the distance, and you hear the sound of a lot of feet coming towards you.
Like,
what would you like to do?
From
Well, this
inside
was
the
fun.
library or
Nope.
outside the
From
library?
outside the library.
Do you remember how we talked about this secret passageways? Now would be a really good time to find one.
Is there a window and how high up
that
is
door
that?
was?
Can I cast Dispel Magic on the door?
Sometimes we're all like, we can't get rid of it, and then you're just sitting here checking the time.
Well, I thought this way was funnier. So.
Well, okay, so real quick, I just want to clarify: did Fenric even make a dent, or did I just bounce off nothing?
What was your roll?
Oh, let me. I guess I'll just roll a strength check because I'm not.
No, we make an attack roll.
Well, I don't have a. I mean, is this unarmed?
You're proficient in it. No, could you imagine?
Okay. So then it would just be it would just be strength proficiency, right?
Get a 19 or a 20.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's gonna be a 21.
So you get
Wow.
through about 2 or 3 inches of stone wall. You're pretty
Okay.
proud of yourself.
That's
And
very
your
impressive.
shield, as it rings off of, you
Oh,
use the
God.
shield?
Sure. Yeah.
So your shield, as it rings off, just is basically like a bell.
So stealth is not really your thing, huh?
And so you hear
Getting
a
that
lot
hit.
of footsteps moving towards you. You have buildings off to the side that you can move towards. You have the front of the building that you can move around to. Or you can try to fight on the shoreline for the worst visually awful combat ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
What would you like to do? Where would you like
how
to
close
take
are those-
this?
How close are those buildings?
You could get there and get set up.
I
I
absolutely will. I'll jump through a fucking window and get all nice and ready if I got the time. Like, setting myself up, I need to do.
All right, let me get you over to
Yeah,
that board here.
alley-oop.
So
There's no chance that there's a courtyard in the center of the library, is there?
One that's particularly really good for a combat if it so happens to
there
break out.
are
I was thinking a roof.
there are a few
I would
different
love a roof.
things.
No,
There's
unfortunately, it's
a balcony.
all inside.
There's a
Balcony.
balcony.
That you
Ooh.
could stand on and take up the entryway to. Is this something that Kita would know?
Nice.
But is there any way we could just get inside before they get here? Are we going to dispel the rings or something?
Yeah. Can I use the
Okay,
stuff on the floor?
make a roll d20 plus proficiency plus whatever you're casting, wisdom. Wisdom check with proficiency. Professional game master. Doing great.
Just be that way sometimes.
Do just be that way.
It's Scooby Dooby Dooby like that.
That is a 17.
Okay, so you see red and you see white light up, and then you see the green in the center as they seem to be activated. The green in the center is still unlit.
I don't understand what's going on.
Just like bang it a couple times. That works for a lot of stuff.
So you saw magic. You see that there's an ability for it to trap magic inside of it. You pumped a magical spell into it. You gain 2 charges.
Ooh, oh, okay.
And so you dispelled the red and the white. So what might be green?
Grass.
Okay.
I mean, Kita, can't you just like...
Yeah. I need.
Can't you just, Oh, that makes total sense.
Maybe throw some water on it.
Grass? Can I cast Chromatic Orb at it?
Sure. What type of magic would you like it to be?
Acid?
Cool. And so this center ring fills up and the door swings open. It leads down into catacombs beneath the library. So this horde is starting to get its eyes on you. How are you trying to bolster the door?
Is there any kind of material we could use here to make an improvised barricade?
Wait, no, how do we reset the lock? Okay, yeah, we don't know how to reset the lock.
Everybody go. I'll hold them off.
Wait, but what if we encounter something in the library we need you to hold off?
Yeah.
So looking down, you see horde coming up behind you. you see you have about a 5-foot hallway, about a 5-foot wide hallway that you're going into. You see further down there's like a room that might have like a 10-foot entryway. So would you rather do a 5-foot funnel for this horde, or would you rather do a 10-foot funnel for this horde?
I mean, in my
I think
opinion,
that's a
the
good
10-foot
question for the
tunnel sounds
wall.
Great.
Yeah, does the wall want the 5-foot tunnel or the 10-foot tunnel?
Do you mean me?
Yes.
Yes.
That's you.
The tank. Does the tank want the 10-foot tunnel or the 5-foot tunnel? Because I'm not the tank. I don't give a crap.
Probably the 5-foot tunnel, just because if I can funnel them off and people can throw stuff over me while I'm literally, doing some fancy footwork.
I
Yeah,
mean, can you
then-
say the 10? Because I'm a lot more effective if I can stand next to you, big guy.
Sure,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Can I sew the door shut?
Ooh.
Tell me about how you would do that. I don't know how you would do that.
Right. So, I mean,
Is that like
it's not really.
durability?
No, well, it's sort of a creative interpretation of a sculptor ability. So I can sew myself to like a creature in combat, right? And I can use my needle and thread for mending. And I'm like, well, can you sew the door shut?
If you had I would say if you had a minute, yes, and you wanted to do the mending cantrip in some way, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say you
don't
don't
have
have
a
a
minute?
minute. You have like 12 seconds. So we're doing the 10
Alright.
foot.
I vote for 10 foot.
We're
Do
doing a
10%.
10 foot
I'm gonna hurry everyone. I want to be at the back of the group if I'm gonna be taking up the defensive position. So I'm gonna try to hurry everybody in quick, and then I will be at the ready to brace.
Okay, so I didn't make a battle map for this. So we're gonna fight on the battle map that I made, but we're just gonna use the 10-foot tunnel that happens to be on my battle map.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we're gonna transition here to daytime. Let me get you all on the map.
Ooh, spooky.
You said we have 12 seconds.
Sure. I'll
Can I
say
do a
that you
bonus
can
action?
Sure. And so this will go underneath, like you can fight up onto this roof. I guess that's a 15-foot tunnel. Get hacked. We'll say that the grass is lava.
Good.
So I wanna be towards the front.
So we have Fenric is the meat.
Is there stuff on the map right now?
Not that you can see.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. Then I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Nothing.
Always a good
What's up
sign.
next? Fenric. Harlow, you want to be next to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pike,
Just a 3-foot
your
nothing
back
goblin and
line.
no armor, insisting
I'd
on
be
being in the front
behind,
line.
Fenric.
Nothing
wanna be
could go
behind
wrong.
Fenric?
Fenric.
Okay, then I can go behind Pike.
I
can
can
be in
be
front
as
of me if
far
you
away as
want.
possible.
Yeah, no, I can.
I also
So-
can be.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be in the
Okay,
second line.
Is everyone on the map? Can everyone see?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
How do you know which one is you?
If you hover over it, it should have like a orange as opposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
the green.
Cool.
Okay. So we have
Are
A
we
number
able
of
to get off
things.
any kind of bonus actions beforehand?
yes, you can get off a round of actions.
Sweet. 'Cause then I know what I'm doing. Let's see, where is...
So you just have all of this to deal with.
Oh, good! Just all of that?
Oh
That
my
should be
God.
easy.
Wait, all of what?
Wow.
I didn't see anything
All
yet.
of-
Hold on.
All of that.
All of that.
They look like ants.
Fenric, can you not see it?
Not yet. I don't know if mine's not up. Hold on. Where in the world are these ants? Let me just refresh the screen.
Where in the world is hundreds of ants?
Oh! Hey! They're the boys!
I think they see them.
Time to crack-
Boys!
Let's crack open a cold one with these boys.
All right, let's roll initiative.
A lot of little guys.
Alright.
Do you want us to announce what our bonus actions are or actions are?
Yeah. So once we get initiative down, we'll do it like a surprise round, and then.
Sure. Cool.
Oh! Cool.
All right, Trev, what do you get?
I got a 3.
That's the last person I wanted to go last.
Woo!
Rachel, what do you get?
16.
Faye, what do you get?
I also got a 16.
Elite.
High five.
Joey, what do you get?
I also got a 16.
Patch, what do you get?
19.
Wouldn't it be funny if you also?
I was really waiting for that.
I got a nat 20. So I'm at 23.
All right, Queens. So the horde goes on initiative 20.
Oh god.
Wow.
So we are gonna go first up in this kind of setup. This horde is not upon you yet, as you're bracing this hallway just down the way. Pike, what are you doing?
Well, I'm taking my longbow out, and I'm going to be using a use of my Mystic Mark so that it can be enspelled. And then I'm going to... Oh, that counts as that's a bonus action, and I believe the spell I wanted to cast might be an action. Let me double check. There it is. It is, so I cannot cast that spell.
What? And spell.
Would I be able to... Oh, no, I was trying to see if I could do Hunter's Mark with it, but they're both bonus actions, so I can't... Yeah. So, I'll lock in and spell at least.
Okay. You wanna... Anything, just that's it? No spells?
Yeah, and the way that it would be done is he would pull it off from his back and kind of prepare the arrow and give a pull, but keep it low, and as he's doing that, you can see it kind of glow with this golden light. Hopefully fate will guide you right. And...
Alright. So, bowstring a humming. Patch, what you up to? What's Harlow doing?
Absolutely. I think so. I didn't mention it up top, but I am playing the Scion class by Giggles Tasty, and I'm going to be spending 3 psi points to cast Blur. But because of my specific Scion subclass, I have a special thing that I can roll a deception check with intelligence, and if I surpass anybody's insight, then it disguises the effects of the Scion ability. Essentially, it makes it look like something happened, but it doesn't make it obvious that it was Harlow doing it. Because she's very private about this Scion thing. She doesn't want everybody to know.
Alright. So, roll your deception.
That's only a 13, though.
I think Aurelia definitely knows. For sure.
Yeah, it's very weird, because it's like, the effects are all bright and glowy according to the book, but if you succeed in this, you suppress that, so it's like... I have no idea how that looks when someone sees through it and someone else doesn't.
So I think just kind of Aurelia being well attuned with the weave, just kind of sees this series of flashes kind of start to take over your body as Fenric is just kind of sitting there, meat, on the front line. Rachel, what's up? Anything else, Harlow?
I think they're just going to say, quick question I should have asked before I jumped up front. Does anybody know if skeletons are stupid? Because that could be bad for me.
I believe they might be, but I'm not sure. They don't have brains.
That's what I was going to ask. What is attacking us specifically? What does it look like?
I will describe it in just a second.
I'm sorry,
Rachel,
I just
what are you doing?
assumed skeletons because of the images.
Can I see them yet, or does this without being able to see them?
these are the people, the survivors of the machines. They are sort of like their white papery skin, white sunken eyes, and they seem to sort of be mindlessly following the control of the giants.
Awful.
Oh. Do I have enough time to cast a spell?
Yes.
I want to cast Web.
Okay, so you want to like hold web for what, or you want them to run into the web?
So essentially, I want to cast Web sort of like around the opening of our corridor, our 10-foot corridor, and then have it kind of go back from there in the 20-foot cube.
Alright,
So
cool. I will
I
draw
can
that
draw
out
this
for
on
you.
here, like there. But it'll be attached to at least the walls on the edge of the corridor and then across the floor, so it should have enough structure to not fall.
Yep. So it'll be like that.
Yeah.
Wicked. Alright, so when as soon as you can get maximum amount, you will do that. Alright, Faye, what are you up to?
Am I able to cast Bless?
Yes.
Can I cast Bless on Fenric, Harlow, and God, I'm forgetting names already. Pike?
Yes.
Just think of the fish.
Yes.
Alright, so make sure that you're making your attack rolls with plus D4. Joey, what you doing?
So Kita is gonna pull out his spellbook, and he's gonna like sort of like channel over it, and then another version of his spellbook is gonna like come out, like a spectral version of it, and it's gonna go above. Who's? I'm also very bad with names. Mr. Meat Shield. What is your character name?
Yes, Fenric.
Fenric. And it's going to sort of like hover right behind Fenric. It's a tiny object. It doesn't really take up any space. And then Ketal's going to ask, Fenric, how are you with large groups of...
Fenric just turns kind of over his shoulder and gives a smirk. It's just, excellent.
Okay.
Alright. And what was that? What did you do?
It's a surprise, actually.
It's a surprise.
No, I was just trying to figure out if I was doing that or was doing something else. And I'll go, okay, and then I'm not doing anything else.
It was a clarification.
Okay. Fenric, you have a floating spectral book behind you, and these waves of white papery skinned things coming towards you. What do you do?
So Fenric draws his greatsword and holds it in a very like defensive stance, so like arm up in a very knightly, and like the sword over top of it, ready to go. And are these things starting to get within 30 feet of our group?
At the beginning of next turn, they will be.
Okay. Can I hold my action to do a warden's mark at the top of the turn as they get within 30 feet?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. So at the top of the turn, when they get within 30 feet, I'm going to mark them, and they will have disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me.
Nice. You're gonna mark one of them?
Sure. Whichever ones are in front.
Alright, cool. So you're gonna be moving that shit around a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, alright. So the horde arrives. And the web spell goes off. And the front two, let's see, the 10 hit, there are two in the middle that seem to have saved in the middle, and the rest of them seem to be gummed up. Ray, you are up.
All right. We're gonna all get to learn how this class kind of works together as a family. So
As a family.
I'm going to be casting, because if I understand right, I'm able to cast a cantrip, and if I do, then I can use a bonus action to attack.
Yes.
So I will
It's
be
good Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, yes. It is really cool. So then I will be going with Vortex Dart. So as a part of the action, I make a ranged attack with a weapon against one creature. So I'm just aiming for what's at the front row here. And then on a hit, yada yada. Okay. So and I get
That's a
+1.
lot of initiative.
Oh. Let's see. I have to see where my weapons sit in this online character sheet. So I get lost in the sauce.
Might be
Inventory.
inventory.
Does it? Can I? Oh, there we go. Info. I was like, oh, that's not gonna actually give me what I want. Well, I'm just gonna click this, even though I rolled over here, because I'm probably gonna miss. I just need the numbers. Let's see. Okay, internet. Just give me the thing. Okay, so it's +4, 7 on the dice. Yeah, I got an 11 that hit.
Okay. So Ray getting or Pike getting psyched up for their first shot just sort of ricochets one off of the walls. The skeletons
I meant to do that.
Is that a warning shot?
come up and get gummed up in the the flayed come up and get gummed up in the entryway as this web spell goes off. The first two. So a stream of short bow shots will go off. So we are gonna. There's gonna be. It's gonna be 6 piercing damage to Fenric and 6 piercing to Patch as the rest of the arrows kind of bounce off, and you sort of have this hail of wooden broken arrowheads bounce off. And the front two will swing out, but they will miss as Fenric is knocking them away with his shield. Next up is Patch. Is Harlow.
Okay. Yeah, so that web spell, did that go off near the front? Like,
Yep.
these guys are restrained?
All gummed up and restrained. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I think then for my action, I'm going to use the ability Mind Leech. It's one of my basic psionic powers. It doesn't cost points, but it gets a better damage die when they're restrained. So this is perfect for me. So I need the skeleton closest to me to make a charisma save.
Okay. It fails.
Okay. Rad. So that is going to be 11 damage there. This one I don't think is affected by the target's intelligence, thankfully, so... And then as a bonus action, I'm going to spend a temporary psi point, which I get at the top of my turn, to create some Dr. Octopus arms.
Cool. Alright, you do that.
Yeah, this one...
Are you attacking anything? Any damage, or...?
Subtle. Just fully mechanical arms popping. Turn winter. We're still good? I'm losing a lot of you on video. Uh-oh. Yes, so the astral arms can attack when I first create them, but that's a nat 1 on the die roll, so there's nothing there.
Alright, cool. Next up is Aurelia. You're seeing your friends, unfortunately, fall relatively unproductive, other than this web spell that seems to be gumming all of them up.
Can I see them?
You can see what's directly in front of you,
So
and you see a mass of them on the other side.
So are they so they're skeletons. Are they technically undead?
They are definitely undead. They're not skeletons for the purpose of our storytelling. They're skeletons for the purpose of their stat block.
Can I use turn undead?
Sure.
Hey.
All right.
So, you will get. There's a group here that will piss off.
You just see Aurelia's arm shoot out in between Harlow and Fenric, and it's like the holy symbol.
Yep, and you'll see a good group of people just dip. Next up. Or anything else you would like to do, Aurelia?
That'll end my turn.
Alright, cool. Joey, Kita, you up? Kita.
So Kita is going to look at his book, and he's going to like channel through the book. But the Scribe's Wizard's fun class. I can cast spells through my book that I materialized a certain number of times per day, which is like 3 or something like that. But the other thing that I can do is whatever spell level that something ends at, I can change the damage type of spells to something that's on that list.
Okay.
So Kita is going to cast... Which one did I have prepared today? Cool. Kita is going to cast Lightning Bolt out of the book, but it's going to be radiant damage.
Love it.
And he's just gonna hit whatever, as like just over the Dragonborn's shoulder. Just a radiant bolt of lightning is gonna come out and just hit as many of them as he possibly can hit.
All right, and so as you see all of these creatures gummed up and more are kind of pouring into the web and climbing over the rest of these flayed creatures, you see common folk, people that you might have traded with before, but their eyes are lifeless and they're coming at you, flailing at you. And you see this big bolt of radiant energy stream across. Roll damage for me.
Sure. I'm sorry. 8d6. Here's the big click-clack.
Many click
Nice.
Many math rock.
10. 28. 28 radiant damage.
And that goes 90 feet.
100 feet long, 5 feet wide, dexterity saving throw versus 8d6 lightning damage, or having that if it's they pass a DC 15 dex save.
Okay, so 50, so 100 feet, 100 feet long, 5 feet wide, so you can hit 10 feet of people with that. Then that is 100, so that would be 20 times 2, so that's 50. That's, yeah, 20 times 2, so that's 40. And so you will wipe out like 30 of these fucking things as this is completely cleared out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As more start to pour. Actually, you know what? Why am I removing those? I can count somewhere else. Next up, anything else that you would like to do on your turn?
If I may, I have a reaction, and this is where their intelligence becomes important. Because when something dies within 10 feet of me, I can try to eat its mind and regain some hit points. It just needs to have at least an intelligence of 6. If it's
It has
not
an
that
intelligence of
then I don't.
6.
Oh, wait,
rad.
really?
Fantastic.
Wow.
All right. Well, that only heals me for 1, but still.
They all got smooth brain.
So
Yeah,
these creatures. So this as this beam of radiant energy streaks up this tunnel, up towards what kind of the daylight at the end, where the door that was sealed with the abjuration magic is. You see a number of these creatures disintegrate, and you see stepping forward Harlow, You said no. It was Luar who was strangely formally dressed for what we were in. Just sort of like huffs a little bit of the death, and is like, yum.
And I put in a little straw, just.
Trev, you're up. Can't do that on the Transverse PG-13 network. Trev, you're up. You have all these. They're starting to pile on top of another, climb across one another. So you still have like a massive amount of meat in front of you.
Yep. Fenric
Is that 16 also?
Did I skip you? Sorry, Rachel, hit it.
That's okay. Sorry about that. So can I step between these two in the front to reach the? I guess there's no more skeletons there, are there?
Yes, there are. So they're just like they're
Just still like
continuously pouring in. So like
All right.
there's like a layer of these flayed along the bottom that are sort of mucked up in this, that there's sort of like, but they're starting to actually pave over your web with like bodies at this
They're
point.
like very unsatisfying blackheads.
Yes.
that's
Ew.
so. Can I reach the front row of them for melee or not because my companions are in the way?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so a large needle like the size of a short sword forms in Laura's hand like out of weave, and then this really long thread next to it the size of a whip. Right? And so she just walks up and basically takes the sword, and it like grows out and stabs as many as she can, like a shish kebab.
All right, make 3 attack rolls for me.
All right. Wow, that was terrible. So 13 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and okay, then the next one doesn't hit. And nat 20
Cool.
on the third one.
So crits are so if you crit with a short sword, it's 1d6 plus 6 plus whatever, dex or strength. You just roll the one die and then you add max damage.
All right.
Gay flag, by the way. Gay flag.
So the first one is for the short sword. The first time is, I can do math, 5 damage. Oh, the second time, sadly, 4. And then the whip is the one that I crit on. So
the 1d4 plus 4 plus dex.
all right, sweet. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11 damage with the whip. So she just takes that whip and rainbow whips right across the top of him.
Wicked. And how much was the damage for the short sword?
You're expecting me to remember this. I want to say it was
all right. So
4 and 6.
All right.
Cool.
So you see Luar step forward, kind of whipping a needle into one hand, and a horrible. What's your school?
You mean the needle and thread?
No, yeah. What's your magic?
Oh, Arcana. So it's made out of magic.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
you see like this kind of this ethereal whip start to crackle into existence as the short sword grows out of the weave itself around her, and she leans forward over Fenric, whipping out at one behind the first line and slashing the head off of another as we lose another skeleton. Next up is Trev.
Okay. Fenric holding his great sword two-handed, ready to go. Seeing this horde of husk come towards them, all he can do is like weep for a second, knowing that so many of this city are this turned into these husk, and he just reaches out with his sword and takes a big swing, going for the first one in the front, basically.
Wicked, make an attack roll at advantage.
Okay. And I get the D4 right from Bless.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I needed that. 13 to hit on the first one.
Hits.
Okay.
And what, are you using a cantrip or?
No, this is a great sword. This is my great
okay.
sword. So 2d6 plus 5.
Cool.
6. So 11 on the first one.
Okay.
And then, since they're still coming, extra attack, I'm going to go ahead and just do my secondary attack.
Okay.
Boy, low rolls tonight. Wow. 17 to hit on that one. So 9 slashing damage on that one.
Cool. So you will see quickly Fenric takes his sword out, kind of brushing a tear away from his eye, and just slashes the head off of one of the husks in front of them, and brings the sword back, driving it into the chest of another. Top of the order, Pike.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it the right way this time, hopefully, and yeah, I'm going to again like kind of just go for who is directly in the front. I'm gonna take the. Actually, you know what? No, let me get a little spicy. Actually, I'm going to go. I'm gonna shoot back instead. 10 feet of the target, so 5. I'm gonna go back on the third row
Okay.
from us, but I'm going to go where the webs are. I'm going to go down 1, so that there is 10 feet worth of fellas around the
Okay.
target.
All right.
Let's see. I'm going to attempt to do part of my Eldritch armament. So let's see if this actually makes landing here. Let's see. I hit a creature with a ranged weapon. Okay. So let's hit first. Thank goodness. Okay. That will be a 23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And then I'm going to expend a spell slot. So now that creature and each creature within 10 feet of that creature need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, wicked. So, roll me damage.
Okay. Let's see. That is 2d4. Oh, does bless count for this?
It counts for attack rolls and saving
attack roll,
throws.
yeah.
Oh, sweet. I need more d4s apparently. D4s. I didn't think that was gonna be my die of the night. Here we go.
When you're an Eldritch Archer.
Yeah, apparently. 1, 2, 3. Plus. Oh, okay. I need one more d4 apparently. Oh god, yeah, no kidding. I didn't see this coming. I planned this, but I calculated this, but man, is my bad at math. There it is. Okay. That's going to be 3. And then do I add anything after that? No. Cool. That's going to be 11. What kind of damage is this?
It's piercing. It's
Oh,
piercing.
okay. Then it's
So-
going to be the 11 damage, and then the guy who got shot by the bow is probably taking damage, but we can.
Yep. If you want to give me that damage too.
D8. Oh, cool. Yeah, the guy who got hit by the bow is taking 12 damage.
Okay.
And then the other was 11. The other amount of damage was 11.
Right. So okay. So that's a total of 132 damage dealt right there. So.
Whoa!
That a lot of damage.
Sorry. Actually, I'm lying. It's 144. 144 plus 144 plus. Oh come on. 144 plus 9. No. Okay. 144 plus 9
Man,
divided by 15 is.
that was
okay.
It's a good
you
use
wipe
of
out- you
one
wipe
level
out-
spell slot.
You wipe out 10 of these skeletons as the flayed, as their flesh is sort of ripped apart and sort of seems to cake the walls of this area, as you've now completely created a flesh highway over what
Oh, I
was
don't
wet.
like that. That's an interesting description.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a...
You know what they say, life is a highway, so I guess death can be a highway too.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, God.
Going down the I-95 Flesh Highway.
All right,
You-
and so another
95
volley
is
of
a flash
short bow
highway.
shots are gonna go off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 50, 54, something like that. We have about 60, 65 skeletons left. So, okay, the short bows are gonna go off for 8. So.
Bats.
Okay, cool. So this hail of arrows is gonna rattle down the hallway at you. Each of you are going to be kind of like, it's like a wall of iron coming at you. It's fucking crazy. And so each of you are gonna take 20 piercing damage as this hail of arrows comes at you. And sliding forward, 4 are gonna make melee attacks at you. One of them will hit, and it hits Patch for 3 damage. Next up is Patch.
So can we reaction cast shield to the hail of arrows? Awesome.
Sure.
Does that help with the
You
20
are able-
damage?
You hold off the 20 damage.
Awesome.
Next up is Patch. Harlow.
Okay. That was unpleasant. I didn't like that at all.
She says, breaking arrows out of her skin.
Yeah, I think probably I'm going to, for my action, use the power Psychic Drain, so that's going to cost me 2 psi points, and I need the skeleton in front of me to make another charisma save.
It fails.
Fantastic. I love to hear that. Favorite 2 words in the world, as long as it's not me saying them. So that is going to 4, 7, 12. That is 16 points of psychic damage, and I will gain 8 temporary hit points.
All right, cool. So you see this force of will that Harlow starts to drive forward. What's Harlow wearing?
Honestly, extremely casual clothes. Think black tank top, tough pants, sturdy boots. Like, no armor or utilities at all.
Okay, so it kind of duster fluttering in the wind. Harlow reaches out with her mind and just rips apart 2 of these flayed. We get 2 more down. Rachel, you're up.
Not gonna lie, folks, I'm starting to feel outclassed. I can hold the line, but geez.
How close are we standing to the webs?
You are about 10 feet off.
No, I mean the closest person. Probably Harlow.
Right up on it.
And you said that it's now like a flesh highway?
It's a flesh highway.
Like full of skeletons?
Full of flayed meat.
Awesome. I want to suggest to my companions that they step back and ready. Is there a torch nearby?
You would definitely have one in your kit if you want to take
Cool.
an action to light it.
I want to take, basically I want to take an action to light it and wait until the end of everybody going so they have time to step back, and then I'm going to chuck the torch on the webs and light them on fire.
Love that.
So now the flesh highway will be on fire after the end of the round.
The torch would catch one section of it on fire. You would need something else to get everything on fire. Especially
That's
when
okay.
choked with meat it is.
I'm going to also say out loud, the webs are flammable, in the hopes that our wizard will hear me yell, the webs are flammable.
Oh my god.
The library.
The fire's going out the door, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about choked with meat. I'm not having an age appropriate thought here. All right. Faye, you're up.
In light of the panic for the wizard, would I be able to hold my action till after Rachel's and to cast Gust of Wind to blow the fire towards the horde?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. Yoey.
You want to light it on fire?
Trust me, it'll be fine.
Okay, if you say so. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt again, but I'm gonna turn it into fire. So it's gonna be a fire. It's gonna be a
Oh god.
fire bolt.
Roll me damage.
Again, I'm just shooting it through the book as
Right
ready
down the
as
middle.
possible.
Yep.
You know, if he's doing that, I'm going to put away the torch and grab Harlow. Move them out of the way.
Okay.
12 plus 20, 24 fire damage.
Okay.
Nope. Two of my dice got stuck, and I rolled 2 more by accident, so I'm just going to put them back and roll 2 dice. Because I was only 6. 24 plus 7 is 31 fire damage.
That
I rolled
is very near max.
I rolled 3 no, of 86?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking 66. I was like, damn. All right. So 31 damage times. Let's see here. What do we got?
20?
100 feet. That we decided that was 40. 31 times 30.
I'm so sorry.
Holy smokes. Alright, divided by 15. 62. I think that fucking might do it, bud.
Oh, the webs also add 2d4 fire damage to any creature that's in the limit light.
And as this bolt of flame like pours down through the hallway, catching the web ablaze and just searing the meat, just so ever so like
Ew.
it's just like
No.
yum.
No.
And as this happens, this savage gust of wind just goes whoosh, behind it, fanning the flames and absolutely burning the rest of the horde to an heckin' crisp as ashes kind of fall down in the hallway. You see a panicked look on Kita's face as he's looking around for errant flames. That
I turned the library into a furnace.
There seem to be none. And as the web is burned away, you will hear the door. The door has kind of been battered against the side a whole bunch and had been swinging. And as this gust blows through, it bangs off the side of the entryway one more time and slams shut. And you see the arcane ward come into place. And so you feel, you feel the, congratulations. You feel the rumbling seems to be right above you. And Kita will know that there are ways to get up to the gravity wells on either side. They're kind of in the far back corners of the area. So you could flip up to the top quickly if you wanted to. And Kita could also get you kind of just around the front, through the front door.
He's gonna grab his spectral book, so he's holding on to it.
Okay.
Laura's gonna go. Oh, sorry, good patch.
Start picking arrows out.
Before we get too far, I'd like to hit that reaction to eat these guys as they die.
Eat 'em.
I really wish I could do it for more than one person at once, because that's only 2 points of healing.
Sorry, we killed them
And
too
That's
fast.
what reactions are good for.
So
As you walk away, Loire glares at the door like she's personally offended it waited until now to lock.
Yeah.
it was
It's a
just
very
being
rude
banged
door.
up against the wall. There was web holding it open. There's a whole bunch of shit. You
I didn't
pointed
say it was
the window
logical.
open.
I didn't say it was logical, but she's personally offended.
So I can't do that much more.
Yeah, neither can I. That was
Okay.
a lot of arrows. Jeez.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
that hurt.
Yeah, full of arrows is definitely not in this season.
And so you feel whatever that interruption in the weave is getting stronger the closer to the center you get. You know, you've started to feel this pulse through kind of in your chest. For those of you who tangle with the weave, you feel this pulse that seems to be shutting down the higher level magic grow stronger and stronger. Yep, and that's it. You know that you're getting close to whatever it is. Also, there was a whole bunch of flavor I was supposed to be doing during that encounter. So, let me go back and give you all that flavor. And so, as the first wave, as the spirits settle out, and you start to hear whispers in Aquin, you will hear, they bound us to the body of a dragon. The bright orange collar. The dragon too is bound, though she is broken. She cannot be saved. The dragon's children scream in terror around her neck. Eternal rest is denied them. And that will sort of be echoing through the channel there.
Anybody happen to catch that?
Would you like for me to restate it?
No, I heard bubble bubble because I can't understand Aquin.
I would say I don't know Aquin.
You can
Oh,
awkward no.
That's why I said, did anybody catch that? Because I know he didn't.
Who does speak Aquan? Okay, cool.
So at least 3 people.
At least half of the party.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, so I speak Aquid, and Corvums have they could remember anything that they've heard or seen in the last month. So I have notes that I'm keeping, but like I remember that. And then I'll let everyone else know at some point, probably when we get out of that. Off the flesh highway.
That's probably good you're here because I definitely heard something. You could maybe have your own dragon to ride something.
No.
That's what I heard.
Dragons?
Woo.
Dragons aren't common in this place, right? They're...
Ow.
Yeah.
You would have seen him for the first time 2 days ago.
Gotcha.
That's just a sky puppy.
I could look at the camera. I'm trying to look at my screen and point at it. Big brain play. So, what would you like to do? You have some different things. You want to try to get an eye on what's going on. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna give this a try because I should have done it earlier, to be honest. Intrinsic Eye, an ability I have that, as an action, I'm able to see through like magic and stuff. So I'm able to see 60 feet within 60 feet spellcasting or innate spellcasting feature traits if creatures have them. So if there's any enemies nearby that might have something, I can flag it early.
Yep, there's a big enemy that has both spellcasting and innate spellcasting.
Let's see. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Does it say what? Oh, I get to know their spellcasting ability also if they have one.
Sure. 1 second.
Oh, also I know the whole party's now too, but that's less important to be honest.
Wait, what?
Yes, I get everybody's because you're all within 60 feet of me.
Very impressive.
It's intelligence.
Okay. And then who here is a caster? Because I now know, just out of curiosity. Everybody almost. Oh,
Kind of.
literally almost everybody.
Outcaster.
Alright, cool.
All right, so you know that.
I'm
You
going
also, with Esoteric Eye, you will pick up a ley line that seems to be crackling in the earth above you. The way that these work, this is, I believe, written by our Rachel Goldsmith here. Right, wasn't it?
I think that was a husband and wife special.
Was that a Jason and Rachel?
A joint adventure.
It's one
A
of them
Goldsmith
joints.
classic.
You will pick up the reading of a ley line, which is a powerful latent magic that allows you if you cast while standing in it, it upcasts the spell by 1 level, but causes you 1d8 force damage.
Okay. So the way that what probably happens is his eyes glow gold as he kind of like glances around for a minute, and then it's just like his ears twitch a little bit. Huh. I'm assuming I've not really seen have I seen a ley line before, or is this...
Maybe once or twice.
Okay. There is a big creature who can cast here. They use their brain for it, and then there's a ley line. So we'll want to be careful once we're near that. But we're definitely not alone in here either.
What does that mean? Be careful when you're near it. Is it going to blow up?
Well, if you cast, it enhances the power of your spell, but also it's like you get punched in the face at the same time.
No, that sounds most unpleasant.
Yeah, so
punch
it's
in the
stronger.
face.
It feels like a punch, like a forceful punch. Yeah. So it's a give and take, but we're gonna want to be careful once we're near it, since everybody but the Fenric here appears to be able to cast, so we'll want to be careful.
I mean, what I do ain't exactly spell casting. I don't know if that would get me or not. Maybe.
I am intrigued. I am so interested to see if you go for it.
Oh!
That's an invitation.
So,
Sounds like a
how
good
would you like?
try.
You know that you have a large creature capable of spellcasting, a ley line, and some gravity wells in a library upstairs. How would you like to? You know, you have 3 potential entrance points: 2 from the rear, 1 from the front.
Can I ask a quick question before we move out of this, what seems like a relatively sheltered area?
Sure.
Does anybody here have healing?
Oh,
I am not in need, but my pincushiony friends may in fact need some.
I'm perfectly fine, Harlow
wouldn't
says,
say I'm
despite being below bloodied.
With all the little red leaking like dots on your body. Like, red is not the new black, okay?
Fenric's just like, I'll be okay, and like takes the sword and like chops off the arrows at the point, just arrow point still in his chest.
So I'm just putting you on that map so that you can see kind of what the spaces would look like. Keecha would be able to explain to you kind of what the space would look like. He obviously hasn't seen it in such disarray.
He's
But
distraught.
this is kind of what it would look like to his description.
damn, Kita, you live like this?
There's a war going on out there. That's real mean.
It's a lot
There's a real
easier.
lived-in
Taking care of
vibe.
the library when I'm not living in the sewers.
I'm sure it's a little usually I'm sure it's in nicer shape than this.
Okay,
Usually when I come to work,
So-
I don't have to go travel along a flesh highway.
I'm sorry about that.
okay. Can we, because there's a lot of noise that we heard earlier, the rumbling. Can we listen and see if we can tell where the, like, above us, the big caster might be?
With the power that Pike has, no. It kind of will flit in and out
No.
of his range, but
I mean, with just like regular hearing. When
It
somebody
seems to
walks
be
on a
in-
floor above you.
Seems to be in the chamber above. Sometimes you will hear the beating wings. Sometimes you will hear footsteps. It seems to just kind of be pacing around.
Does it sound quadruped or bipedal in nature?
Four-legged.
So quadruped. Okay.
So,
Don't like the
big
sound of that
question: do
one.
we all go up together the same way, or do we split the party?
Oh boy.
Mhm.
How'd you know? Splitting the party is just so much fun. No,
So, Kita,
there's
do you know
kittens.
if we take the 2 gravity wells up, do they open into the same space?
Yeah. It's just 2 different ways to go upstairs. They're like stairs in other buildings.
So if half of us each take one, then we'll be flanking whatever's in the middle. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sounds like a good
Um,
idea.
Yeah.
I am very curious about what that is. As a bonus action, I can move. The book can fly, and I can move it 30 feet on a bonus action, and I can see out of the book.
Okay.
So
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use the book and sort of like slowly move it into a place where the book can see whatever's walking around.
Okay. Make a stealth check for your book or a deception check for your book.
Let's
I
take
mean, it's a
look
book
at
in a library, right?
Right. It's not a super high DC, but it's also a spectral book in a library.
There.
Take a
This
look
is an
in a book.
Inchcaster
It's
up
reading
there,
Rainbow.
so-
It's a very strange episode of Between the Lions.
Well, stealth mod 20. I rolled a 19.
Dang.
So you're able to quietly sneak this book along the ground and just skittle it it'll scuttle to a halt. And as you look around, you see an adult sapphire dragon.
Uh-oh. Bad news, guys.
Does she have a collar?
Yes.
Is it orange?
It burns bright orange around her neck.
Those were the whiskers.
Yes. What, whiskers? No, it's a dragon.
It has no.
Whispers, not whiskers.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell the rest of our friends here about the whispers.
Yeah, I didn't
There was
catch a
this.
single word of that whole thing.
So you relay it.
Yes.
Wow, I thought they just had a plumbing problem in here.
There's a war going on.
They definitely have a plumbing problem going on.
Listen, you walk along in the cellar and you hear a bunch of flowing water upstairs. That's a problem.
You smell that sewer? They definitely have a plumbing problem.
The sewer was on the other side of the river.
You don't have sewage on this side of the river?
Yeah, that's a whole different problem then.
Come on.
This time on infrastructure.
Sorry, Kita.
Listen. Let's try it its best, alright?
Do you think if we deal with the collar, the dragon will maybe leave if it is against its will?
The dragons
one of
haven't
the
exactly
lines-
been.
One of the lines in it was, "She is broken. She is bound and she is broken.
And she cannot
Be
be saved.
saved."
Ah,
Except maybe by me so that I can ride her back across the river.
We could be best friends.
She's going to be my best friend. You know what I could do with the opportunity to design for a dragon? This is a chance of a lifetime.
Well, if she's broken, can't you just fix her?
well, if she's going to eat you, I don't know if
Yes!
this is the time to be thinking about designing for a dragon.
It's always the time to be thinking about design.
Listen, it doesn't matter how broken they are. We can fix them. about
Fix
putting
them and
effort
bring
in.
'em.
You can't fix
Me and
them.
my ex.
You can't fix them. Stop
Listen,
trying
no.
to fix them.
Listen.
That's not
That's
true,
because-
Emily. You're great.
Oh god.
This is Fenric's relationship corner. You can't fix them. Stop trying to
Right.
fix them.
So, relationship advice here on AOTT. If you'd like more of this, please make sure that you Twitch Prime. So we are facing a dragon. What would we like? How would we like to approach this? You have 3 entrances.
Is there a floor above the floor with the dragon on it?
There's the base floor. The dragon is sort of flitting around the space, and there's the upper roof, and there's the upper fighting area, and there's the lower fighting area. There's upper and lower, and they're 100 feet apart. There's like a ceiling study room and a floor ceiling study room, and so you can
So there's
gravity
only
well
2
up to the
floors
top.
in the library. On either side of the library are 2 gravity wells that let you go up and down between the 2 spaces. And then there's the bottom area, which has some tables and some shelves with some books on them, and they're not broken usually. And then on the roof, you could walk around on the roof, and there's more shelves and tables and books and nooks and crannies and stuff.
That's cool.
They just give it stairs and make it normal.
Because gravity wells.
Yeah.
At the very least, you'd think there would be intervening floors. If it's 100 feet high, you could put a
Yeah.
second or third story
It
in there.
interferes with the gravity wells. They tried a few decades ago to do something like that, and it would just have people like just sort of like swimming on like the middle of it. And it was just a whole nightmare.
I feel like I'm gonna get gravity sickness by this. Like,
Now, listen, they worked that out
motion sickness.
years ago.
Is this
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there is a reason behind my question.
No, is the answer to your question. It's just the top and the bottom.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fenric is just walking towards a gravity well.
No, Fenrir,
Oh,
wait.
wait.
If 2 groups go up the gravity wells and attack the dragon this way, one person could land on their back and try and get the collar off. That was where I was going with this logic.
Wasn't there a
Okay.
line where we can't save her?
I feel it should be easier to kill without the collar.
All right, so Fenric is moving towards one of the gravity wells.
Wait.
We have the right and the left. Who's going right? Who's going left? Who's
I'm
coming
going
out
with
the front?
Fenrir.
Yeah,
Okay, Fenric's going right.
Go with Fenric.
Yeah, I'm
Can I
Mike
gonna
is
just
going
Alright.
right.
We
Can I
all want to go
retrieve
with
my book?
Fenric.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Tell
go
you
with
what,
the
yeah.
wall.
I'm gonna go whichever way Fenric doesn't go,
Okay, you're
and
going
I'm
left.
gonna send the book with Fenric.
Cool.
Okay, I'll go with the wizard because we can't let him go alone.
All right.
I mean, you could.
I'm like a wizard with a bow. I'm like one step off from also being a wizard.
Right, but you're with Fenric.
Yeah, so I'm
Listen.
fine. Yeah, I'm doing great.
I'm a wizard in a library.
That's the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
All
There's a
right.
dragon here.
Is Fenric. Fenric goes right. Yeah, if you could drag yourself to your location.
Oh, I don't see myself.
There's a couple of us in the upper right-hand corner for some reason.
Oh, okay. We are disappearing. That is just how this be. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, I see it.
Oh.
Whoa. These maps always confuse me.
Is everyone see?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Harlow,
think
where do
the
you want
fog
to
of
be?
war is preventing some sight, but that's to be expected.
I think that's in the right place. I should be on the opposite side from Fenric.
Cool. Wait. Okay. There's just like, oh, that's what's going on there. Okay. Wicked. All right. So, are you? You're just gonna go up all together?
I will let you know that I can hear what the book hears, but I cannot talk through the book.
Nice.
Cool.
No
All
doubt.
right.
You can tell me things, but I can't tell you things.
So you step into the gravity wells, and you are quickly whisked to the ceiling, and roll for initiative.
Ah!
Oh, brother. I don't want to...
Oh, brother. Hey, that's much better.
Oof.
17.
1 second, I gotta get this here. I just marked us as in combat. Please, please. I showed you my combat. Please respond. Okay. Alright. 17. Don't move my dragon. I see you.
There's a dragon?
Trev.
Wait, yeah, there's a dragon.
I got a
no.
19. Also, yeah, I can't see the dragon yet. I don't know if the layers didn't load or what have you.
If we're supposed to like genuinely see a dragon, I don't either.
Is
Oh,
it the
there
same?
it is.
Oh god!
Oh,
Oh, now it's going.
Ooh, boogie, boogie, boogie.
What?
Booga booga.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Joey.
I got a 17.
Wow, we're rolling significantly better patch.
12.
Faye.
14.
Just seeing I misspelled your name. Raylan.
16.
Alright, cool. Top of the order is Trev. We see sitting here in the center of the room. Let me see if I can get rid of Fog of War completely for you.
So yeah, I see no dragon.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Cool.
Now I can
Dragon.
see.
Dragon.
Dagon.
Alright, cool. Dargan. Alright, so you are on the ceiling. And we're gonna say that the ceiling is the exact mirror of what you see on the ground. The ley line you see is on the ground on the other side. But the dragon will need to get off the ley line in order to come get you. So you're up. You are on the ceiling.
I am on the ceiling. So to get down to the dragon, I need to take another grav lift. Is that how it is, or
yeah,
can I
you
just
take the
jump
grav
down?
lift back down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have, because of my fun little, I think it's my sentinel stand.
And of course, Travis playing the warden by the middle finger of Vecna.
Yes, Mage Hand Press. They're wonderful. They make really good products. I got to meet them at Gen Con. Check them out.
Oh,
Mage Hand
cool.
Press. I am going to, using my Thundering Charge as part of my Sentinel Step, I get an extra 30 feet of movement when I enter combat and an advantage on my first attack. So I have 60 feet of movement. I want to use that to get as close to the dragon as possible going through the grav lift.
Okay, so you fall down the grav lift. Let's see here. Fenric. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so that's where you can make it.
Okay.
Alright?
In that case, then, I am going to use...
Is it 60 feet or 60 additional feet?
So it's 30 additional feet, so I have 60 feet to play with total.
That's where you can get.
Yeah. And that, I assume I'm within 30 feet of the dragon? Yes. Cool. Fenric, running up as fast as possible, will well up. His mouth will fill with acid, and he will project a spray of acid as he uses his breath weapon. So I need a dexterity saving throw from the Dagrin, which is probably going to be pretty high because dragons are pretty fun, but, you know, dexterity 13.
Yes, so that's a 3 on the die.
Ooh.
I am trying to figure out and that's a 10, but that's still a fail.
Awesome. So it's going to take 2d10 because I'm above 5th level.
Hell yeah, brother.
2d10 acid. 2d10 acid damage here. That's going to be 11 points of acid damage.
Wicked, wicked, wicked.
And then I am going to I'm done.
Okay, cool. So how I'm actually going to do this is you can decide if you want to get off on the first floor or get onto the second floor as part of your first turn, okay? so that I'm not gonna force you all onto the ceiling. Next up is the Dargon. The Dargon is unhappy with you. It's not happy. And it's gonna look at you.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna cast telekinesis, Kyle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Alright, and make an
It
ability
can cast
check.
spells over 3rd level?
Oh yeah. Alright, make a strength check.
Saving throw or just a check?
Check.
That's gonna be a 12.
Alright, so this is a 22. It's gonna move the creature 30 feet in a direction, and you are restrained. It's gonna move you 30 feet up in the air.
Oh, lovely.
Next, and then it will, consume the usage. Great. Now it's concentrating on that. It is going to fly over. Let's see, what's its fly speed? 80. Yep, no problem. I'm gonna close here and give you a breath. Make a Constitution saving throw. Or sorry, Dex.
Is that all of us in that corner?
Yep.
Ooh. Uh-oh. That's a 6.
Yeah, I just rolled a 4. 13.
Just curiosity, did the dragon take backlash for casting in the ley line?
Oh, good call. I also didn't upcast it, but there's no point to upcasting telekinesis. So it will take an additional 2 points of damage.
Okay, good to
you
know.
for
So just
checking
put
on
it back
that.
in the ley line.
Yeah, right.
Protecting back where it came from.
Protecting back where it came from. Yeah.
And so it will do 35 thunder damage, and you
Does
are
a breath weapon happen to be a roll to hit?
no.
Okay.
No, it's a saving throw.
I'm
Remember,
watching
you
this
have
dragon.
card. If you want to try cards, you can try cards. Cards are here for you. We're very close to the end of the session.
I need to use a card.
Yep,
All right.
mhm.
Yay!
All right, 1 through 10.
3.
Plus 8.
So I would have gotten a 17.
Alright, so you save. You're gonna take 17 thunder damage. Anybody else?
Yes,
I will
absolutely,
use-
very much so.
Rachel,
Yes.
1 through 10.
3.
6.
Okay, what did I say before?
Patch, what do you want?
Give me number 9, please.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6.
Nope.
I have 19.
19 save, 17 thunder damage, and you are not incapacitated. So,
I have a total of 10 now.
so Joey, you save, and you are not capacitated. Patch, you are incapacitated.
I'm not just incapacitated, I'm down.
Oh, F. Okay. Alright. We are, and then that is the end of its turn. Next up. Joey.
Okay, I'm gonna go back down the gravity well.
Okay.
And then I need and I know that intelligence is probably its strong suit because it's an intelligence caster and it's a dragon. But I need it to make an intelligence saving throw versus Tasha's mind whip.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
11. Let's see what it say. I think its save is 415.
Yeah, my save is a 15.
Alright, me to beat it.
Cool. It's still gonna take 3d6 psychic damage.
Meter beat, you might perhaps say? If
Meet
it
it,
rolled
beat
one
it.
lower, it would fail.
That is a truth fact.
It's rolling one lower. I'm activating an ability.
Wicked.
Uh,
So it too is
Uh,
incapacitated for the next turn.
Cool.
Woohoo!
It also no, it's not incapacitated. It's a different effect. It doesn't
Dazed.
get its reaction until the end of its next turn, and on its next turn, it chooses move, action, or bonus, and it gets one of them.
Love it.
And it's
Alright.
also going to take 11 psychic damage.
Is it gonna have to make a con check? Concentration
Oh, yeah.
check? Okay, good.
And it's gonna fail that, and you fall 30 feet.
Okay.
You're gonna take.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can I
that's
try
a
to-
D10.
Can I try to brace as I fall 30 feet?
I don't know if you could brace against that. So it'd
That's
be
fair.
10 on the first fall, 10 on the second fall. Holy shit, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh
8
god.
on the third.
So 28.
Yes.
Hachi machi. Yeah, I'm at 16 out of 70 hit points.
Okay.
What?
Alright. Okie dokie. Next up, Rachel.
Wait, I'm
Or
going to
Joey,
bonus
anything
action.
else you want to do?
I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to move my book to the center, like basically as close to the middle of the top floor as possible, but
Okay.
against like the back corner. So just like straight up, it's going to just like against the middle of the back wall.
The middle of the back wall. Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna ping it. I'm gonna be like, I'm aiming for. Nope, can't do that. I'm aiming for.
Here.
Yeah, aiming for there.
Cool. Great, you got it. Next
wait.
up, Rachel.
Okay. The fact that he just fell out of the sky kind of wrecked my plan. Like, how healthy do my companions look?
Not good. There's one of them already on the floor. Another one is nearly down.
On the ceiling.
That is nearly completely is hugging the ceiling.
Awesome.
Still full of arrows. Yeah.
Yeah. I am not a healer, so unless you count mending, I guess I could mend you back together. And the dragon's right in front of me, isn't it? So I want to try and hit the dragon, and like literally, I just need to actually hit it and then sew myself to its back.
Okay. Make
Can I just say how much I love Sculptor? It's like
roll to
so
attack. Roll to attack.
okay. Oh my god, I cannot roll. Oh god, I don't hit with the 9, do I?
No.
But I have more attacks, so it's okay, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh my god. Really? 11?
No. Why would you hit
Okay.
with an 11? It's a boss.
I know. Oh, I'm so bad at my dice. Okay, 19.
Hits.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even care how much
How
damage
do I
do
how do
right
I
now.
sew how do you sew yourself into this thing?
Okay, first I
Is
do
that
4
your
whole
whip hit?
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my whip hit.
Wow.
Thank God, because I need to reach its back. So,
We've done
19
19 damage to this so far.
so basically, I take my whip and I hit like on all the way up on the back of the creature, and the magical thread like goes essentially like through her, for lack of a better term. It's not actually puncturing her though; it's more like through the idea of the dragon, if you will, and then it pulls me up onto her like some sort of deranged grappling hook.
All right, so you now, Luar, kind of seeing her friend down, stows herself, slashes out twice with her short sword, unable to make purchase, slings out this long arcane thread and finds purchase. It wraps around the dragon and she pulls herself into it, grabbing onto the back of this thickly plated sapphire dragon as it roars at you.
Told you I was gonna ride the dragon, guys. I'm riding the dragon.
Ray, you're up. What do you want to do, King?
All right, so I'm going to let's see. What is the range on this?
Lots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think this I just need to see. Yes. Let's see. No, there's the range. Okay, I think I'm actually just out of range. I'm going to. So far, everybody's just kind of hanging out on the bottom here,
Most
like the
people are on the
bottom
top.
floor. Okay, then I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll go up to the top then. Works for me. And then that was definitely not what I wanted. I wanted a ruler. I don't even know what I did, and now I'm very confused.
That's a big
Well, I
part.
knew that it was 100, and I keep clicking stuff, and it's making it worse, not better.
All right, I
Is
got
that
you.
why? Am I drawing circles? I am so sorry. I am not tech savvy, and we're all figuring this out with me. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Cool. I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna stop touching stuff. I'm going to, yeah, stop touching stuff. I just want the ruler. Okay. I think I did it. Yay! I'm so sorry.
It's a U template.
Okay. So now that I know that, I'm going to move. If I just click me and drag, no, now the ruler's on.
You gotta go back to player.
I need to move. Okay, I was like, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, I don't know if I'm back on player. About to find out when I. Nope. Do I have to like
Alright,
click
you wanna
the ruler itself
close
to make it
distance?
stop?
You want
Yes,
close distance?
but-
All right.
I want to be 90 feet out as opposed to 150.
So you could go like 6 to here.
Oh, well that might. Is that one me?
Yeah. No wait.
I thought
that's
the
Aurelia.
orange one was me. That's why I was. Yeah, I can move 35 feet.
Wait, where are you?
I think I'm right below. Really?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah. So yeah, you could get like here.
Perfect. Which puts me
Maybe. Yeah.
90. Perfect. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
You do that.
Rad.
Yep. And then from there, I'm going to. Let's see. I casted. Let's see. I casted. Well, I can attack anyway. So then I'm just going to do a standard.
Ding.
Attack.
Take your shot. Don't forget.
I.
Did you renew Bless before you went in? Or did Bless fade? Aurelia.
I look at the cleric.
I think it faded.
Okay. Alright. So you're attacking straight.
Okay. So that's gonna be +4. Ooh. 12.
We'll miss.
It's always the first shot.
Yeah. Never goes. Alright, Aurelia.
I feel like it's real cool. Yeah, pulled it back, whispered some cool stuff, shot it, and went, I meant to do that, as it flung off in a weird direction.
Aurelia.
Is that 30 feet? Yes, it is. I sure know what these buttons do.
I felt that.
I'm going to. Where is everybody actually?
Everyone on the left side is on the roof.
I'm on the ground.
They're on the ground.
I'm on the dragon.
We have one dead person. I think Harlow is dead on the ground over there.
I can't do anything about that.
On the
Yeah,
roof.
I'm
over
certainly down.
On the roof. I'm. Oh. I'm going to cast. Panics and healer.
So use your ultimate.
My ultimate.
Wait, wrong game?
Oh, 4th level spells, I miss you. I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope on myself and Fenric.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
2-leveled spells.
2-level spells.
Yeah, you do Beacon of Hope as a leveled spell?
Yes.
Yes. So you can do Healing Word, or you can do Beacon of Hope.
Okay, I will do Healing Word then.
Cool. On.
Fenric.
Alright, so you do that. Anything with your action? You could dash.
I will dash, actually.
You could dodge. You can dip. Nobody, you're up. You can roll your death save.
Absolutely.
How much am I healing for with Healing Word?
Where'd that go?
That is a 10 on the death save, so I believe that is a failure.
No, 10 or better is a pass.
Is it? I thought it was 11 up to pass.
We'll say it's a pass.
Works for me.
All right.
Thank you much.
So Trev, you're up.
Okay. I'm just waiting to see how much I heal for real quick.
That is 5 healing.
5 healing. Hey, that works.
Do we have healing potions?
1 each.
What
Is
is it to
that-
take a healing potion? Is it action, bonus action?
To drink it yourself, bonus action. To feed it someone else, action.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, it is my turn, and you said the dragon. How far in the air is the dragon?
Dragon is in melee range on the ceiling, so it is about 60, 70 feet up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use a bonus action to go ahead and drink that healing potion that we have.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yep.
That's 3 plus 2, so 5, 7. I'll take it. Okay, and then I'm going to... Fenric is going to move... I guess 30 feet towards the other side. Going towards that other...
Going towards the far gravity well.
Yeah, going towards the far gravity well.
All right, cool. So as this round begins, you see Fenric diving forward towards the dragon and spews acid all over the gem flesh of this dragon as it starts to hiss and sizzle. It aiming for the collar. The acid seems to splash right through this magic that whirs around it. Occasionally, you can see the face of a dragonkin pressed up against kind of the edge, like a kid smushing their face up against the glass. Only it's a faceless mask, retching in terror. You will see the dragon will, bothered by this acidic affliction, will grab Fenric with its mind and fling them 30 feet into the air, letting them drop with a thud as it takes off and flaps up to the ceiling, where it rains down thunder energy onto the party, knocking Harlow to the ceiling. Seeing this, Luar, filled with rage, and also a sewing kit, lashes out twice with her needle, the arcane sword dinking off of the thick sapphire armor that seems to be less and less blue with each passing moment. And as she lashes out with her thread, it wraps around the dragon, and she adheres herself to the back of this creature. While this happens, Kaita, oh my god, what the hell did you do on your turn?
I shot it with the lance, I moved a book, and I jumped down the stairs.
Shot it with a lance.
Well, mind whip.
Yes, and reaching out with this telekinetic energy, with this telepathic energy, cracks something, and you see the dragon itself is dazed and seems to be struggling to hold on as Fenric lands loudly on the ground. Aurelia runs forward, seeing their friend crack into the ground, and drives a bit of healing magic into them, and runs forward towards where the dragon is last seen, as an arrow dinks off of the back of the armor, aiming for the collar, and just bounces off of a neck plate of this dragonkin. And we will pick up next session with the second round of Sapphire Dragon Combat. Thank you so much for joining us here on Tales of the Concord, our first episode in this mini arc. We're so excited to come back tomorrow to finish up this fight, or come back next week to finish up this fight and kind of continue telling this cool story. So thank you so much for joining us,
Absolutely.
and really looking forward to playing with you next week.